Welcome to the Ingress Insights podcast, hosted by PkmnTrainerJ. Ingress Insights is a podcast about the Niantic game Ingress. Listen each week for the latest news, updates and rumours. Let us know your thoughts by leaving a voice message or emailing us at the links in the show notes.
Additional intel available.
Hello agents and welcome to episode 44 of the Ingress Insights podcast. In this week's episode we'll be going over the global op results from shared memories, some changes to what was formerly known as Bounties, now known as Dispatch, and then talk about some ideas for FitRep and a few little things concerning the podcast as well. So first of all, as we normally do, I'll start by talking about anomaly updates and get into the shared memories global op results. The shared memories global op concluded recently, and on the 5th of August the Ingress team did share the final results from that. So for that overall, it was 98.1 points to the Enlightened. However, the Resistance won the challenge with 101.9 points. This was broken down in silver medal recipients in the Enlightened team being 48.5 points, and then 51.5 points to Resistance. Bronze medal recipients was an even split at 35 points each faction, and then for the level 10 plus total points, it was very narrow at 14.6 to Enlightened and 15.4 to Resistance. So overall it's fairly tight. Resistance did have a bit of an edge as presented in the kind of halfway update, but that's now concluded, so you'll have your round badge if you wanted it. If you didn't want the badge, then obviously you've not got it, but there are future badges that are coming up that I'll get into later on the show, such as the Porter badge and the ones from the anime. But first of all, I just want to remind you about the upcoming things for next weekend. Next weekend on the 17th of August, it's our first Shared Memories XM Anomaly on the ground at actual locations. So this is happening in Singapore and Rotterdam. There are the various other additional events such as the NL1331X portal, the NIA TKO Stealth Ops, NIA TKO Urban Ops, Ingress Mission Day and Operation Clearfield. So if you are attending those events in person, it's best to stick around the whole weekend from Friday to Sunday. You get a nice lot of badges on there. In addition, it's worth noting there is the portal immunity instability that will be happening at that weekend. We don't know exactly how it'll be working and how long it's for, but it will be happening, so don't panic about your portals on there if you do see that occurring where you can't flip them. The following weekend on the 24th of August, we've got the Shard Skirmish in the America region, so that's not yet been announced. It's generally announced 10 days or so before for the locations, so you are expecting those to come through shortly. But that's about it that we've got coming up in the next coming weeks. And what I'll do now is move in and talk about the badges that will be hitting the store on the 17th of August. Starting from Friday the 16th of August, there'll be some new badges being added to the Ingress in-game store. So there's a limited edition loadout kit with Hank Johnson 2024, as well as the one from 2016. Those are in the store from the 16th of August 2024 to the 26th of August 2024. You can now see all these medals on the Ingress news site, and you can see the green enlightened background that we've had for the anime characters behind Hank Johnson's 2024 medal. And then from the 30th of August 2024 to the 9th of September 2024, that's when you'll be able to get the Shared Memory Supporter Medal kit, which is a round yin yang medal, similar to the ones for the Shared Memories Anomaly, which are round, and the global op that was round. And then finally from the 20th of September 2024 to the 30th of September 2024, the loadout kit is there with Asmati 2024 medal and the Liu Tian Hua medal. For Asmati, his medal is the green enlightened background. It's interesting for Liu that his background is like purpley pink with no clear faction in there. I believe he is Resistance in the anime, but whether it's that he's siding with Dark XM and that's what it's kind of hinting at on there. I think the design's interesting on that one, mainly out of the others. And then finally, just in relation to the badges, from the 24th September 2024 to the 30th September 2024, all 5 kits and badges will be available in the store. They all cost 30,800 CMU. It's not known what comes with them besides the badge at the moment. It may be fracas, it may be rare kinetic capsules. We don't know. They're probably all likely to be the same, but if you do want them, as I said, 30,800 CMU for each badge, so make a decision on which ones you're going to get if you are going to get any. And then next I want to just talk about the operation that's ending on Monday. As you listen to this podcast, it will end Monday the 12th, and that's obviously Operation Pursue Human Potential Evolution Unbound. I just want to add a reminder into this section that the current event going on, Operation Pursue Human Potential Evolution Unbound, does end Monday, August 12th at 4 p.m. UTC. This is the one that's currently allowing you to deploy 2 level 8 resonators and get lots of drone cooldown time, as well as having the 30% attack boost and double AP. Agents have been enjoying this double AP. We do normally get it every August for level 8 weeks. It's just an expansion of it, which has been well received from what I've seen. Some agents are hoping that the attack boost sticks around, but it's yet to be seen. I guess we'll find out soon. Now I'm going to move on to an event that's happening today. Today being the 11th of August, it's second Sunday in Ingress, so this means that you can get a tick on your badge by completing 6 unique missions. Like I've said before, they can be missions you've done before, you just can't do the same mission 6 times. The way to earn this badge may be changing going forward into Q4, but again, this is something that Niantic have said a few times now and it's not yet changed. So for now, for today, between 12 AM and 11:59 PM, you can go out and complete 6 unique missions anywhere you want, and then you'll be able to earn a tick on that second Sunday medal, so do go out and get hacking agents. All of these events going on, we also got an update to the Ingress Prime app. This was version 2.147.1, and it only had one note in there, but it was quite important. So it said, Dispatch is a new feature that enables different kinds of in-scanner events, which are designed to activate more agents. In addition to your daily assignment, formerly known Daily Research Bounties, Dispatch supports longer multi-day campaigns. Dispatch also promotes upcoming events like 2 times AP Tuesday and second Sunday. So this seems a big update that's possibly quite important in the future. In one of the previous news posts, there was the mention of Dispatch being like a HQ kind of thing. I think I mentioned it on the podcast. It now seems that's where all the missions are coming from to get completed on there and do your drone hacks, kinetic capsules, whatever it's assigned you for the day. As they said, it is there to activate more agents, which basically means drive up daily active usage and get more agents playing every day, which is a noble goal. Any good game will have that kind of goal in there to get new users and maintain their daily use. We talked about churn as well in a previous podcast with Quago and how they look to prevent that, so this is a way of preventing that. Personally, for this, I expect there to be special event missions here for things like global ops and things like that might come through this way, or at least be notified in this way instead. It may also go down the route of things like Pokemon Go, where there's special event research or paid research even on there to gain extra rare items, but it's yet to be seen. It's a nice little thing that they seem quite behind on there. We've not even had bounties that long, it's already evolved into Dispatch, so I'm excited to see what it brings in, but I'd be happy to hear what you think as well.
Hi, this is HP Bulola, and you're listening to the Ingress Insights podcast.
For our feature this week, I wanted to talk about creating missions and using the Ingress mission authoring tool. So you'll find that over at missions.ingress.com, and you can log in with your regular account, whether you use Google, Facebook, Apple to log in for your Ingress account, and you'll be able to log in there. Once you're in there, you can choose create a mission in any area of the world, as long as there's portals there to create a mission from. And I'll link to the mission authoring FAQs that give you details on the review timeline, kind of do's and don'ts on there. So for example, you should be able to read a mission title notes, theme and general location, and whether it's part of a series or a banner. As well, the image you use has to be one of your own, and you can't use single letters or characters in a mission image. This was allowed previously, so you may see a few single letter images missions on there, but it's not something that's officially approved now. I want to mention this because obviously it's second Sunday today, and for that you need to complete 6 unique missions. And on there are ways of fast tracking first Saturday and second Sunday, as well as mission day missions. So there's details there on what hashtags to make sure you include and make sure it's submitted the Monday before the event at minimum, and tells you otherwise from that it takes about 10 to 15 business days for your mission to be reviewed. It may be rejected, and Niantic will give you some guidance on how to improve it going forwards. It's not always helpful or useful, but they do at least give some guidance. So if you don't have any missions around you in your local area, you'll be able to then create 6 on there, provided you've got enough portals around that you can get to. And then you could keep redoing those 6 missions every second Sunday for as long as that's the way to do it, if you want to do that. So I just want to share there is a way to do it if you've not got any missions near you. Just make your own, find some images that you can use, go out and take images of your local area to use in the missions there, and you'll be able to aid new agents in playing as well, because they'll start off and see missions in the area, which is always nice. I always try to create a mission if I'm in a new location, just of the portals that I add, or just the general area if there's not one. Again, you just need to visit missions.ingress.com and then log in with the usual stuff on there, and it will give you direction on how you create a mission. And next I'm going to move to get things wrapped up and just talk about a few little bits about the podcast technical stuff.
Hey, this is Sim, Global Product Marketing Lead for Peridot, and you're listening to Ingress Insights.
Thank you, agents, for listening to episode 44 of the Ingress Insights podcast. As I said, next weekend we've got the XM anomalies coming up, so plenty to cover on there, as well as possibly another app update and updates to Dispatch, so be interested to see what happens there. And then just some minor updates about the podcast. So I mentioned last week I'd split off the non-Ingress episodes into Ingress Insights. That's now its own podcast feed that's now up on all the usual things like Apple and Spotify and all the other podcast services. I know there's quite a lot like Amazon Music as well. With the non-Ingress episodes, what will happen is they'll go on the Ingress Insights feed first of all and then come onto this feed about a week later. I've got one episode already recorded about a Niantic property, and then one I've got coming up in the next few weeks, hopefully, about a non-Niantic game. So it'll be interesting to see the response to that and how people feel about that. And I've got plenty more in progress, both Niantic and non-Niantic. So if you are a game developer, community manager, something like that, and you want to come and talk about your game on the podcast, do contact me via all the usual links, which will be in the show notes. Another small thing I want to mention as well is the logos for the podcast are things I made basically in Paint many months ago when I was starting the podcast, just to have something up. So I've now going to sort out proper logos for it so I can potentially sell merchandise in the future. I don't really know the plans, but I'd like to have a proper logo there rather than using Ingress's things and potentially getting in trouble for that for using their logo. So expect that to change in future. But for now, I hope you all have a great second Sunday and happy hacking, agents.
Intel package transferred.